Because I just want a feathering, I'm holding it from the tip. I'm sorry. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm gonna do my first tutorial of 2022, and I'm sorry that I've not been consistent. Trying, I really am. If you follow me on Instagram, it'll be better. I'm more regular posting like reels and little tutorials on my stories. But today I thought it'd be fun to recreate a look from one of my favorite movies. It is 365 Days This Day. It's on Netflix. It's the second part to 365 Days, the first movie. There is a scene where the main characters, Laura and Massimo, are like in like a little gala thing, and her look is so beautiful. It's the classic kind of wet look. Slicked back hair, just very structured face. The eye is a smoky halo eye, and it definitely has green blue undertones in it, and the lips are mauve. It is so beautiful. I will insert a picture wherever I can. So that's the picture. I thought it would just be so much fun to try and recreate it. I couldn't get a good picture of the eyes, so the picture you just saw is actually, so you can't screenshot on Netflix. So what I had to do was put Netflix on my TV and then take a picture of that. So it's not the clearest picture, but I can see that there's a little bit of a warmth through the crease before putting the green blue undertones and the gold in the center. So I am gonna try and do that, and I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna do it. Okay, so just to show you all what I did. In the crease, there was definitely like a warm pinkish color. My Pat McGrath Labs, this one is the limited edition Mothership Mega Celestial Odessey palette. And honestly, take whatever warm pinkish color you have. I took this one right here. This is like a corally pink. Take whatever you have. You do not need this, okay? So what I did was I took one of my fluffy brushes and I dabbed. That's it. Don't need more than that, because this is more so a transition color, believe it or not. It's definitely going to be underneath the blue and the greens. This is just to add a little bit of warmth and a little bit more dimension to the crease. So I have hooded eyes, so keep in mind your eyes, if they're different shape, it's going to be different. So I don't want too much color. Again, this is more like a wash, more like a transition. So I'm holding the brush away. That way it don't put too much pigment on my skin if I hold it like this. Now, if I hold it more like there, it would deposit more color. But I'm holding it from the end. And then what I'm doing is I'm trying not to use what I have. Like, I'm not trying to do this because I don't know if you're gonna be able to see, and the whole point of me doing this is for y'all to like see what I'm doing. So what I'm gonna do is I am lightly tapping the shade into my crease, and you can even see that's just uber pigmented. Pat McGrath has like the best eyeshadow, but again, I know she's pricey. No, it's limited edition, so you do not need this at all. This is just what I had that I feel would go really good. And instead of doing windshield wiper motions, this is a trick I learned from Rose, from Rosenbend. If you don't know her, she makes the most incredible brushes ever. She's a sweet person. She's always doing an Instagram story of different looks, Monday through Friday. So I learned this tip from her. Instead of just going straight into like blending windshield wiper motions, she taps. And then it kind of eventually just blends itself. So I'm just gonna keep tapping until it fades like over here, and I will come back when it starts to, so you can see. Well, even, hold on, even now right there, you can see how it's starting to fade into my brow bone. I have to get my brows waxed, y'all. I'm really sorry. I know this isn't the best. I need to get like right, I can already see like right there, I need to get wet. And I take the other side. Don't mind this. This is it's just stained. it's not coming off. I tried washing it. See, so, but I'm taking the other brush, with the other side of the brush where there's no eyeshadow on there, and I'm just going over that right where my brow bone and that pink meet. Let me do a little bit on this side too, just to kind of blend and transition. See, and I will be back with. Okay, honeys. So what we have so far is that. So I just want to say a couple of side notes. One thing, you'll see me do one thing, and like say if you Google another halo eye, they'll use another brush, probably give you different tips than me. That's what I love about makeup. Everyone does it so differently, and then no one's ever the same, and then as well, of course, no one's eye shape is the same. So if you have hooded eyelids like I do, this may help you. You may find other tips from other people may help you. So I just want you guys to keep that in mind. But I did take smaller brushes aside from this one. And I'm going to show you right now what I did. So what I did was I took my Juvia's, the Try by Juvia's Place, and I took this color right here called Sun. And by the way, you don't have to, of course, I'm sure you guys know, if you have a palette with literally these colors that I'm using, you don't got to jump from palette to palette. I do not, unfortunately, so I will be jumping from palette to palette. But if you have a palette, and it doesn't even necessarily have to be these color schemes, but you like the techniques and want to do different color schemes, you don't have to get different palettes, just use one palette. I'm just being complicated with myself. But anyway, I'm taking this color, and I'm taking this on my e.l.f. brush. This is a contour brush by e.l.f. I said that already. And I'm just twice, because Juvia's Place is very pigmented as well, tapping off, because it's easier, of course, to add than to take away and blend. So building is key to every look, and I'm sure if you've seen my Instagram stories, or if you've just seen my other 2-3 tutorials that I have on YouTube, I always say blending is key, and as of course adding. No, it's easier to add on than to take away. There we go. So again, I'm trying not to look in here, but I have this just in case I need to. I wish I need to. I'm tilting my head back because it's easier for me in my eye shape, and I'm not worried about blending. I'm just placing the color. I find if I start placing the shadow first and then worry about blending later, so much easier for me. So again, I don't know if you can see, but I am just placing and stamping right now. I'm not worried about blending into this because eventually it will turn into that. I am just worried about the shadow placement, especially because specifically this is a halo eye. I want this to be placed strategically and in a certain way. Yes, I just dropped my brush. Anyway, yeah. So that's what I'm doing. I am just taking a little bit at a time and adding as I go, and I'm opening and closing my eyes. I find it really easy for pretty much anyone to just play with your facial angles. Like if you have to do this, sorry, you can see on my nose. I'm just saying though, if you have to like move your head far up, tilt it down, close one eye, keep it open, go like this and that, do what you need to do to get that perfect placement of shadows. So sometimes I have like, especially right there, shadow creases, and it doesn't like to cling. Like right there. I've heard some people have that same trouble too. So just for that specifically, I'm going to really just press right there so that shadow can cling to that bald spot right there on my eye. I don't know why it does that. No matter what base I use, what color I'm using, for whatever reason, that's what it does. Anyway, now I'm grabbing another fluffy brush. similar to this one, but this one has no product on it. The only reason why it looks like it has product on it is because I started using this to blend. This has no extra product. I'm not dipping into any color. Now is when I wanna start pressing this green into that pink. And again, I'm not windshield wiper motioning it, I am tapping. And there's nothing wrong with windshield wiper motions at all. You can, like, you know, at the end just kind of feather it. But I find when I found this tip from Rose, I just found it really works, and you can blend pretty much effortlessly with this. What I will do is I'm gonna go in with this smaller detail fluffy brush. So this isn't gonna pack on too much pigment in, and I really don't want it to. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna connect this around like this. This is when I can use a little bit more windshield wiper motions. Very lightly, just because eventually it's gonna connect like that to create that, obviously, halo shape. And again, I've seen this in a lot of videos, no matter if it's on my YouTube or on Instagram, back and forth, it's gonna take a while. So I'm just gonna keep on doing that, and when I get to right there, I'm gonna let y'all know what. Same brush. It's a very dense brush. It's a very short bristled dense brush, as you can see. So it's gonna pack on color nicely, which is why I use it. So I am first packing it on, and like I said, just easier said than done, with easier adding, harder to take away. So I'm starting off like that. Now, eyes are small, and even if your eyes aren't small, to get in that inner corner, especially to get it nice and precise like that, I'm using, this is an e.l.f. This is an e.l.f. small precision brush. Very small, but can pick up eyeshadow. So I'm picking up that same Juvia spray. I have not switched palettes, and I am slapping that right there in that inner corner. And I am drawing a line like this to go around, como así, like a halo. And just a little bit more like this. Like I said, mapping out. And then again, blendy, blendy, blend. Two different blending brushes. One is a little more of a, the bristles are a little bit more looser, as you can see, whereas this one's a little bit more stiff. This one's smaller and a little bit more fluffier, so that here is where I start using my windshield wiper motions right here. So here is where I'm just gonna look and start judging where to tap and pull and where to actually use windshield wiper motions. Like on this outside, I'm gonna tap and pull right there, but on the inside, I am gonna I'm gonna start blending. And in the photo, I feel like she has either a black or another kind of dark navy blue color, and I think I have the perfect color in mind. So it's from another palette, unfortunately, but again, you definitely do not, and I wouldn't recommend doing that unless you have the collection for it. But for the most part, just use whatever you have. Now, you can definitely do a cut crease halo eye. I know back then a lot of people would use concealer to cut right here so that it could be like perfectly, you know, like sharp. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna find a gold color that kind of matches hers and place it in the center. I will be right back. I love it when a look just comes together and I don't even have lashes or anything like that on. So let me show you guys what I did. I took a flat shader brush. This is a Sephora 18 brush, Sephora Pro Collection shader brush. Don't know if they still sell these or not, but when I worked at Sephora, I loved their brush line. And again, I was being heck extra. I took my Juvia's Place Nomad palette this time, and I went into this middle shade. These don't have names, but I would say any, I almost swatch on my face. I got this from Rose, by the way, again from Rose of Red. I would say any light pale champagne color. More with a yellowy pale gold undertone, like that. So what I did was I dipped into this and I started right here at the base at my lash line and patted, not swiped. So I'm just patting. Okay, and then this is what I like to do personally for any shimmer shade. I'm gonna go back into that middle shade again. And this time I'm gonna wet it, because we all know with shimmers, some of them you don't have to wet them, but it's, you know, when you do wet them, you amplify them. And apparently micellar water is the new setting spray technique, even to matte shades where you can make it like eyeliner. I gotta test that out, because a lot of people have said it works really well. But anyway, getting off subject, I am gonna go back over this, and as you can see, just pops a tad bit more. Now I'm not gonna worry about blending, because even though it is more so or less a halo eye, you do kind of want to blend it into that middle, but I'm not gonna worry about that just yet. Next, I'm taking my Bella Sofia palette from Charlotte Tilbury, and I am taking this first shade, which you can hardly see on my skin. There you go. It's less gold. This is more of a true pink champagne color, off-white, if you will. And I'm taking that on the other side of this brush, and this is just going like right there in the middle, just to brighten it up, add a different kind of tone in there. Marry everything together. I'm again taking my little flat shader, my little small precision brush, and I'm tapping this green into that gold. All right, honey bunnies, so unfortunately my storage is going out yet again, so we're gonna try and chop these videos up. Unfortunately, I'm so sorry, you guys. Please still subscribe. I promise I'm gonna get crap figured out. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna merge these two a little bit more together, and let me just show you very quickly what I did on this side to make it more dark and mysterious. A different palette. This is the Dirty Martini palette from Glamlite, and I took Mix It Up, this dark navy blue, and I took it on the side of my little small blending brush, and this I am placing in between these two colors, the green and the gold, and I'm just wiggling it to give it the effect of adding more of a blue kind of feel into it. I don't want to add too much of this because I do want the base to still be more green. At least that's what I see when I see that on her, when I see that scene. My little precision brush, I'm taking how many different palettes did I even use? Hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4. I used 5 different palettes, y'all. I promise you, you do not need to do this. If anything, if there's no black, just get one staple neutral that always has a black and then a colorful palette. I'm so sorry, guys, but I'm taking my Makeup by Mario, the matte palette, and taking this black right here. And this is going straight only on the lash line, because it doesn't look like she has a liner. It doesn't look like she has anything winged. So this is just to, and it doesn't even look that. So I placed the black right there, and honestly, it's gonna go back and forth between my little small blending brush and the black to kind of just darken this look up. And if I have to go over that middle shade again, I will, when you do blend some things away, some pigment will go away. Again, as I always say, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Hey guys, finished look. I wish I could stay longer, but because of the storage, we know the deal with this. Please subscribe to my channel. I will list my Instagram. I will list everything I used. Thank you so much for everything, you guys. The 7 subscribers, just everything. I'm gonna try and do better at upload. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little tutorial recreation of this look. And yeah, you guys, I will hopefully just have my crap together soon. Bye.